Alright, so today here on the show we're going to be rebuilding a team that is in massive need of being saved, which is Valencia, a team that are well known for bringing through a lot of young talent. Also, I believe David Silva came through the Valencia youth academy, also Gonzalo Guedes in recent years came through there. Carlos Soler, I believe, was also a Valencia player. Let's get into this one though and rebuild Valencia and save them from relegation, which would be bad to see Valencia, one of the most well-known teams in Spain, get relegated down to the second division. Alright, so here's what we're going to be lining up the Valencia team for the rest of the first season. Obviously, we're not going to get any transfers in the first campaign, so we're going to just get through the first season, see how the team performs, and see if we don't get relegated. Hopefully, we don't do so. We're going to play a 4-2-3-1 formation, getting pressing football. As you can see, we've got Marshall in goal. He's a great goalkeeper, currently on loan though from Liverpool, as Liverpool has signed him from Valencia. So next season he won't be here, so we have to replace him in the team. So we also have injuries out for current players like Thierry Carrera, the Portuguese right back, is currently out injured, so hopefully when he comes back he will take over from Max Aarons at right back in the team. We have a bunch of strikers there, and we have a fairly young team. And like Hugo Duro, obviously some players are older. We've got good players like Pepelu, got a young talent, Javigeda. We also have Lopez down the right, obviously the captain in Jose Gaida, former talent back in the day in Cremona, has been at Valencia his whole career. If I'm not mistaken, he's never left him. I think he came from the youth academy, if I'm not mistaken as well, who's been a great servant of the club, but he will be the captain up until we have to replace him if I do have to do so in this rebuild. Sim the first season though and see how we finish, and hopefully we don't get relegated from La Liga. Alright, so here we're at the end of the season. As you can see, we managed to actually climb out of relegation and finish fourth from the league ahead of the teams like Girona and other teams in the league. As you can see, just 3 points behind Sevilla, finishing 11th in the table, only 1 point behind Mallorca in 10th. And as you see by the players and the stats, so we had a pretty decent season. We actually obviously clearly had a good second half of the campaign to stay in the top flight of Spanish football. Hugo Duro with 16 goals and 4 assists, Rioja 11 and 1, Lopez 10 and 6, Pepelu 6 and 6 from CDM, and Javigeda also from CDM with 5 and 5. Let's get into season 2, make some signings and start rebuilding Valencia and take them to the top of Spanish football and also win them the Champions League. Signing for 24 million, becoming our first team goalkeeper here from Espanyol, Jean Garcia, the 80-rated 24-year-old Spanish shortstopper linked to the likes of Arsenal in the Premier League currently, will join us here to take over from the goalkeeping role. So Dimitrievski with a backup goalkeeper to him, and Marshall has gone to Liverpool, so we now have John Garcia as our new first team goalkeeper, and the Spaniard should do pretty well for us. And we're going to get some more signings done into the team and keep improving this Valencia squad to help us climb back up the table in La Liga and also compete in the Champions League later down the line. And signing from Spurs with a 24 million current Girona winger on loan at them, but a former player that was on loan at Valencia is Brian Hill, the Spaniard who is currently doing great things at Girona, reinvented himself out there and actually bringing forth his potential he used to have back in the day and showing the footballer that he actually is capable of being. But the Spaniard here joins us here at Valencia to be our first team left midfielder, with Rioja being a backup to him, and Brian Hill should hopefully perform well for us in this team and get back to the potential that he once had back in FIFA, and help Valencia get back to being the team they used to be. And signing is here at Valencia for Mukhtar Diaby plus 24 million is Koudirakis, the Greek centre-back, joining us here, 21 years of age, a good young talent, will take over the left centre-back role and partner up with our defence in the back line. Obviously, our right centre-back he will partner up with, and will be a good defender for us for the foreseeable future in this rebuild. Let's get him into the team. And same for the season, I don't think we have enough money to make any more signings I want to do from the team, for the team anyway. I might make a few signings for the bench, etc. We're going to sim for the season and hopefully finish higher up and get European football in this here in season 2. And becoming my final signing here in season 2 is Carrizo, the young Argentinian striker, will be back up to Hugo Duro for the season and the possible future first team striker of the team if he can develop well behind Hugo Duro and maybe take over towards the latter stages of this rebuild and maybe the first team striker when we play the Champions League final. But the man with the white hair joins us here to be a great backup striker for us, as I mentioned before. The young Argentinian signs us here to be a great player for the future of this team. Alright, so surprisingly here at the end of season 2, we finished 4th in La Liga, getting Champions League football 2 points ahead of Atletico Madrid and only 2 points behind Real Sociedad and only 3 points behind Barcelona in second place. We clearly had a great season in the Copa de España, where we were knocked out by Real Madrid, the eventual losers in the final against Atletico Madrid in the quarter-final stage. Obviously in the European competition, we weren't involved in that, but we'll be in the Champions League next season. Let's see how the players developed in the team and see who performed the best in terms of their stats. I didn't mean to go overhead to the development hub. I meant to go over to Squad Hub and look at the stats of the players. Let's have a look who performed the best in terms of the goals and assists. We've got Hugo Duro 17 and 3, Javigeda from CDM 11 and 3, Brian Hill, 10 and 7, great season for him. Kenny Ross is a backup player, doing pretty decent as well. Lopez, we need more from him, 80 rated, should be doing pretty well next season. Angelo made it in the cam role with 5 goals and 7 assists. Let's get into the next season, and we have Champions League football. Let's improve this team even more and continue our rise back to the top, back upwards to the top of world football. Alright, so as you can see here in season 3, we've been given 136 million to spend on new transfers, get into the transfer window and sign some big players to improve this team. I'm looking at signing a new cam and maybe a new right back to take over from Correa in this season. We're definitely going to sign a new cam to take over from Andre Almeida in the team. And to take over from Almeida in the camera was signed Odegaard, a player that recently has come out and said that he could be leaving Real Madrid. He is willing to leave Real Madrid. Same with Endrick, I believe, has also said that he's willing to step away from Real Madrid and sign for a different team to get game time elsewhere due to them not really getting the game time they deserve at Real Madrid to showcase their talents, especially Odegaard as well. He's already had the chance to get into the team with players ahead of him. But Odegaard signs for his head for 66 million, the 83 rated now, 21-year-old Turkish creative midfielder, takes over from Andre Almeida. We're also going to sign a right back to take over from Correa this season as well. And starting here to be our first team right back is Juan Luis Sanchez, the Spaniard from Sevilla, who's had a breakout season there, taking over from Jesus Navas, who retired halfway through the season. And Juan Luis Sanchez, who can play cam as well, is going to be our first team right back as a versatile player. Going to go in forward, decent defensively as well. We'll take over there, the 22-year-old Spaniard, joins us here being 79 rated, takes over Correa in a right back role. Let's see how our new look Valencia team with these two big signings can perform this season. Alright, so after signing Odegaard and Sanchez, to see how this new look Valencia team can perform in this season. For first season back in Champions League football, I believe Valencia used to have Champions League football back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have competed in the Champions League in the past. As you can see, we've got some great growth in the team. And obviously, as you can see, John Garcia also an 85 rating after joining at an 81 rating. I think he was 80 rated. Went to World Plus 5 in one season. Incredible growth from him. The bench is getting pretty good now as well, with obviously Almeida and Correa now being backup players for the team. Let's get into the season and see how our new signings can perform here at Valencia and see how they perform in La Liga and also the Champions League. Alright, so here we're at the end of this season because we finished third in La Liga, 21 points at the title. Las Barca finished 91 points ahead of us. Well, 91 points and only one loss. We actually lost 10 times in the league, which is pretty insane for a team that finished third in the table. Let's see how we also did in the Copa de España. We didn't reach the final of that one, but there were actually Atletico Madrid in the final. We didn't make it to the semis either, or the quarters, it seems like. So we got knocked out fairly early on, I imagine. Yeah, very early on, do I see it? We got knocked out by Mallorca on penalties in a round of 32. Okay, that's not great for us. In the Champions League, we are not in the final. We made it to the semi-finals. Okay, we got knocked out by Bayern, 5-2 overall during the second leg, 2-2 away from home at Munich. So they could have beat us, obviously, by 3-0 in the first leg. But not bad. We're finishing the semi-finals. Let's see how the players perform, though, this season. First of all, let's check out the growth of the team and how the players have done this season. I can see Hugo Dort's been 83, Odegaard 88 rated now. And some incredible players in this team. Javier Guerra, I might give one more season to grow as well because he's 24 now. He's most likely going to be 82 rated pretty soon. He's got pretty good stats in terms of like CDM ability. Obviously, he just needs to get a little bit higher rating casual to likes of Pepelu, Odegaard, Brian Hill, etc. in the team. Jose Guy is still going strong at 31 years of age, at 85 overall, the captain of the team. Well, I hope he's going to be here for the whole reboot. I hope he's going to be the guy lifting the trophy in the final. It'll be pretty nice to see. But here we go with the stats of the players. I can see Hugo Doro 27 and 7. Odegaard 24 and 19, Brian Hill 19 11, Lopez 16 and 5, Pepelu 13 goals and 9 assists from CDM is pretty impressive, and Javier 5 and 2. We had a team did pretty good this season. Let's get into the next season, maybe make a few more signings to the bench and improve this team even more, and then hopefully reach the final with the Champions League and win La Liga and many more trophies as well. And this season we're beginning basically 180 million here to improve the team massively. Let's get into the transfer window and improve this Valencia team even more. Let's try and win the Champions League, like I mentioned before, and also La Liga this season. And joining us here for 90 million is Sammy, the now 86 rated striker, the Spanish striker, formerly of Atletico Madrid, going to join us here to be our new striker. A taker from Hugo Doro in the team, because Hugo Doro is possibly going to grow above 1 or 2 ratings this season, and Sammy being 86 rated will possibly grow to 88, if not 89 rated this season, as he's a great young talent IRO, currently playing for Porto IRO, doing great things to them. So was linked to Chelsea, I believe, quite heavily before he actually moved from Madrid to Porto, which proved to be the best decision for him, so he's cooking over there in Portugal. Somebody joins us here at Valencia, and we still have about 90 we need to spend on some more players to improve this team. Alright, so after signing Summer, I decided to spend the money on bringing in a few backup players for the team. As you can see by the bench, I brought in Sinister, Bournemouth midfielder, the former final talent, if I'm not mistaken, was doing great things in the area. He's not really managed to get going in the Premier League. We also brought in Stefan Bajcetic and Renato Vega to be quality backup players to obviously Javi Guerra and Jose Gaya, respectively. Bajcetic, if he grows more than Javi Guerra, he will go into the first team. If he don't make it to the UCL final this season, he will be a first team player if he does outgrow Javi Guerra. If not, he will be a great backup player, like I mentioned. Let's get into the season and see what is improved Valencia team can achieve in La Liga and also the Champions League. Alright, so as you can see by the background, we have made it to the UCL final. Before I show you who we take on, because you're not going to be able to guess the team we're facing in the UCL final, because this is a very interesting situation. I'm not trying to manage to do it, but fair play to him when you see the second. But I thought we'd check out the team before we get into the final. You can see all the good up to a 92 rating now, a playstyle plus a technical plus there now. Some are almost 90 rated there, as you can see 89. The rest of the team looking pretty good. I'm not sure the players are all 84 in terms of Guerra, Mosquera, and also Kuriarakis in our defence and CDM position. But other than that, the team's looking pretty good. As you can see Jose Gaya, 86 rated, 33 years of age now, still the captain of the team, still here in the team, will be lifting the UCL final, the UCL trophy, if we win the final here. And that bench looking pretty good as well. That's a Bajcetic great, Hugo Doro and Renato Vega growing now. So I also brought in the young French goalkeeper talent Haben, or how I pronounce his last name, the French goalkeeper, the 6'6" talent who would be a pretty good backup goalkeeper too. Got to see if we needed him in this one, but obviously we're not going to take him with us. But I thought I'd show you the stats of the players before we also check out who we're facing, because the stats of the players, just read them and be amazed. 43 goals and 10 assists for Samu. Ordagula, 29 goals and 34 assists. Like, what? How? Like, just insane numbers. And then you have Diego Lopez doing 23 and 10, which compared to these two is nothing, but it's pretty decent. Brian Hill 15 and 2, and obviously Jose Guy from left back 5 and 10. Impressive from him. But it's time to show you, before we actually get into the UCL final, let's show you who we're facing in the UCL final. We're going to be taking on Brighton of all teams. But before we get into the final as well, I want to show you in the Copa de España, we beat Real Sociedad 2-1 in the final of that. And then in La Liga, we finished top of the table on 97 points. We win La Liga. Let's get into the UCL final though, up against Brighton. But first of all, let's have a quick look at their team over here in a second. Let's see what they go into the game with. So in the UCL final, they're going to have a pretty good team, you imagine. Okay, they've got Ruta, Matoma still there, Matt O'Reilly, Van Heck, they've got Trubin in goal, Minter, Kenan Yildiz is there, Calafiori, Gruda, Adingra, Hinchel with a left back. They've got a pretty decent team. Matt Swifer in there as well. I believe the striker is a decent young talent, if I'm not mistaken. They've got Joe Voltman at right back though. Let's get into the final up against Brighton, who somehow have made it here and hopefully beat them to lift the UCL trophy. Not liking the way this is playing out for us, but there's Juan Luis Sanchez, good defender there from the Spaniard. Pepelu, Brian Hill does well there to work it to Ordagula. That was meant for Samu, but Lopez hits it. Truba makes the save, but forced back to Brian Hill, who's offside though. Decent. Again, I don't know why it's in the UCL final. It doesn't seem like it's the best team, but it must have had a pretty easy route at the final though. If they are hit, unless they just play great. But Ordagula, by great save there by the Ukrainian shot stopper in Trubin. My defence just open wide there for Amora to drive through. And Cuba Minte, but that's good defending there from Mosquera. So defence is our lowest rated part of the team. Oh, someone couldn't get around him there. Samu low with a massive open gap. Ordagula can feed it through to Samu, who hits it and scores. And Samu here makes it 1-0 here to Valencia against Brighton in the UCL final. Ordagula with the assist, Samu with a goal. Or two talents that look to be, world beaters in the future. Doing incredible things in this Valencia rebuild for us. A ball straight through there to Samu. They ain't going to miss some there. And they miss it 1-0 here to Valencia. And you'll have to see it. But there's Jose Gaya, the captain, 33 years of age now, still doing his job at the back. Amora, I can't let him get out to pace. There's Kurirakis, so good defending. Brighton putting under pressure here. Have a get it. And play it through in here to Sammy, who's beat the defence again. Sammy now. They make it 2, and Sammy does so. He's got insane shot power and incredible finishing to match. And the Spaniard again puts us, well, another goal to the good here. And makes it 2-0 here in the Bernabeu. And the assist there from, was it Havagera who played the assist through? And beats Truban in goal again. With a powerful shot there that he had no chance of stopping. And it's 2-0 to Valencia in the UCL final. Matoma. Someone gets around Mosquera there. Amora. There's Mosquera recovering low. Amora here. Trying to get through the centre. Gives it into Gruda. Out wide here to Yankuba Mente. And Jose Guy does incredible there, the captain. And when it came for their youth setup, if I'm not mistaken, the captain of the team all these years later. Odagula. Nobody worked there from him. In here to Brian Hill. Brian Hill looking for Samu in the box. He should be onside. He takes it down, but Truban comes out and collects. Pepperly wins it back though. Look at that from him. Oh, Brian Hill, look at that from you. Brian Hill is still going here after the flip-flap. He's still going all the way through the Brighton defence and scores at the end of it. We saw a brief cameo from Brian Hill in the Spurs Career Mode a few weeks ago, and we had him back from his loan spell in the first season. If I'm not mistaken, we actually used him as a backup player to Bradley Barcola, and he looked like a very, very good player. That's why I decided him in this Career Mode, in this rebuild, because I thought, you know what, let's give him a chance to showcase what he can do at the highest rated he can get in this rebuild for us, and that's 87 if I'm not mistaken. And after the flip-flop, he goes through the Brighton team. Sammy does well there to give him the room to go through, and the number 7 puts us 3-0 up here in the UCL final. There's a guy with the experience. And Mora goes through though, good save there from Garcia. And I've no idea what almost just happened there, but somehow we almost just conceded. Why do over-the-top through balls get no room on them? But somebody somehow wins that and goes through, and it's another by Truban in goal. That pass was meant to go over the top for somebody to run onto. Why not finesse shot here from Arda from range, and Truban's forced into a good save there. Riley's now on for them. Instead of Gruda. Yankuba Mente denied that by Jose Galaxy. Experience there at the 33-year-old, the captain of the team. You might have to pace Mente, but Jose Guy has the experience, and that's just on show there. Kellen Yildiz into the box to Amora, but there is Kudialakis. He's not done much today in this final, but he did something there. Lopez has a good ball over the top for Sammy to make it 4. Oh, we just got squeezed into a gap there. Chelo just turn and get the finesse shot off there. But it's a 3-0 win against Brighton in the UCL final. Not too sure how they made it here. They didn't really do much in this final. They had a decent team. They were getting set by Truban on many occasions, but in the end, the 3-0 scoreline didn't help them out too much. Brian Hill with a great goal on Summit with 2. Give us a 3-0 win. Well, let's cut to the trophy lift here in a second. And we'll up steps the Valencia team, who have done incredible things here in this final. This whole team was great, by the way, in this final. Everyone played their job. I didn't really see much of the defence, because Brighton didn't really do anything going forward. They couldn't really make it past the halfway line on many occasions. But Jose Gaya, when he was in here 10 plus years ago as a young talent IRL, and so many years later, now 33 years of age, in this rebuild, he lifts the UCL trophy, and we're taking Valencia from possibly relegation bound all the way to the glories of a treble-winning team within the La Liga, the Copa de España, or the Copa del Rey, it's called IRL, and then the Champions League to top it all off. And what this team was great. Some, by the way, at striker was incredible. Odeguda felt great. Brian Hill, Lopez, etc. was great. Midfield was incredible as well. Defence, like I said, didn't really see much from them. And Garcia, I don't think he really had to make a save, but he probably would be a very good goalkeeper if Brighton did something. But Jose Gaya lifts the UCL trophy here for the Valencia fans, and that's going to call it for this rebuild. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll check it out for content I post. And that's going to call it for this one, and I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations here of Valencia with the UCL trophy.